All right, here we go.
All right, here we are in our glorious studio in the heart of Huntsville.
Yeah, podcast studio.
Podcast studio.
Primary podcast studio.
Okay, so we just saw
Mutiny.
with Jason Statham.
Otherwise called Die Hard with a Vengeance on a Boat.
Yes. All right, so solid Jason Statham movie.
Yeah. If Jason Statham is your thing, if blood and guts and kicking ass, Punisher style.
100%.
That's what I was sitting there
100%.
thinking after watching Punisher, both seasons of Punisher. I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is Jason Statham as Punisher.
Again, yeah, and this is they didn't shoot the dog. You know, there's a thing now with John Wick.
Oh,
One of the beautiful things,
yeah.
I'm calling that they shoot the dog.
Okay.
Right? Which they tried to do in your favorite movie, Supergirl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they shot the dog, but he survived.
He survived. Right. But that's how you get the audience on your side.
Yeah.
All right. So
let's go up to spoilers, right? So we're not going to do spoilers yet.
Not yet. Again, this is a 6 or 7. It has its lane. I wanted to like it more, and some things dragged me out of it.
Yeah,
but
I can hear you that, and we'll talk about that in a minute, I'm sure. But no, I would say this. Look, if you like this genre of movie, it's worth seeing. It's escapism.
I was honestly, escapism.
Jason Statham,
the setup,
kick some ass.
Don't think too hard in this movie, because you'll just have more. Questions. There were just some setups.
Oh yeah, well just the whole it wasn't the best Jason Statham.
No, it had potential to be.
It had potential to
too
be
many.
Good,
It's okay. Can we go to spoilers?
In other words, see it if you like this kind of movie.
Yeah.
Now,
if
otherwise, stay away.
If you want to hear some more thoughts.
Now we'll go into spoilers.
You know, and one of the things the old nerd told me is that he just watched The Punisher.
Yeah.
And
the
Punisher comes to mind, right? Again, we got out of the movie, and this is the whole thing. Like, it was called Mutiny, and I was like, well, why wasn't it called Stowaway? It really, I spent way too much time.
It really wasn't so much a mutiny, was it? Other than the third mate involved.
The third mate. Did you want to go that they were mutiny against the billionaire that he killed? The movie should have been called Stowaway. Like 3 times.
They kept referring to him as Stowaway.
And I'm like,
we have a stowaway.
And
never once did he say we have a mutiny. By the way,
no. The whole time I'm like, why?
I'm pretty sure they must have come up with that title after the fact.
Okay, so the Frank nap metric. I even tried the nap and I couldn't fall asleep. So that tells you, with that metric, maybe not the greatest movie. But I did notice, and I did it too, I started looking stuff up on my phone.
Yeah.
So the pacing is not great.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good setup. You knew right away that the son was involved. I guess we could give a recap of what's actually happening in the movie.
Yeah,
that might be a good way to
shipping magnet.
Well, real quick. So the writer of this wrote Plane, which was a Jared Butler movie, which I have not seen, where I think Jared Butler is a captain of a plane that lands, and then he's got to fight off. Maybe I did see that.
I'm trying to remember. I remember that.
This movie was going to be called Boat or Ship, and they retooled it when Gerard Butler backed out.
Okay.
So, I don't know why they went with Mutiny. I'm even more disturbed by how it bothers me that much. But okay, so there's a shipping magnate. He's going to sell the shipping thing. He started with one little boat.
And let his son have the proceeds and go do whatever he wants to go do.
They quickly established Jason Statham as his bodyguard and close friend, and they respect each other.
Yeah,
kind of a father figure.
5 years. Yeah.
Father, right. They play chess.
He saved his life or something, and ever since, yeah.
you know,
almost kind of more of a son than a son kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah,
and that I thought they would go with that angle. I waited for the son to be jealous, because so they, you know, he's got to go to this thing. He's selling the company. He's doing that for his son because he knows his son is not interested in the shipping company. It's not a fully fleshed out motivations or any of that.
So they're leaving that thing.
Right.
And
they're leaving that thing.
They get
bushwhacked. And somehow Jason Statham not only kills all of the assassins without a scratch himself, but somehow the guy did get killed, and he makes him promise to watch out for his son.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm glad I got to say this. There are not a lot of bald superheroes.
Yeah.
I used to have long, glorious, beautiful hair, and now I am bald. So I was very happy to see that it was a very, very fortuitous, and I was fine with it. One of the assassins was a bald American.
Yeah.
And he looks at the passport,
and he's like him.
And I'm like, he totally gets it.
It was a doppelganger.
He figures out
how lucky was he, right?
Yeah. He's got this other bodyguard guy that stays at the mansion and can always feed him information, and he quickly finds out that they work for the guy and what ship he's going to, and that's how he gets on the boat. He uses this guy's passport and assumes his identity. I personally love that. Oh, I will also say, since I'm moving over to NASA, I did for the first time ever have to put my hair color as bald. And that was an option.
When you processed in, you were processed in.
I processed in my security.
Yeah.
It had bald. I was clicked. There it is.
There you go.
Okay, anyway. So he gets on the ship. He's like, I'm going to figure this out. And he stows away.
He goes to Stowaway, but then he hears something.
He hears something and he discovers...
Because he was there to kill people. He was there to get vengeance. Or get to the bottom of what was going on.
Right, he wanted to, and he knew that the company was involved.
Right, but then he gets distracted. He hears something. Oh, but I loved the absolute drop dead gorgeous third mate who gets a last minute call to join the ship. And what was that about? I mean, was that just serendipity, so to speak, on her part? I mean, was
absolutely.
It? You know, I mean, it was just
he needs a love interest.
But somebody called. I mean, they weren't setting her up on purpose or anything, right?
No. This is the holes in the plot, right? It's like the captain could immediately just say, "No, you're not coming," right? You knew something was fishy with the captain right away. So they call her. She sees the news report. How about Bangkok? They'll shut down the whole city looking for one guy.
Yeah.
Manhattan wouldn't shut down for 1,000 guys in the roost. He's all over the news. She sees the news report. You know, obviously they set him up as he's the one who killed the shipping magnate.
Yeah.
And there's a mysterious Chinese guy who, set up the thing. They're pretty straightforward, right? But here's the problem with the hat. So he hears noises. He finds that they have all of these people, all these women, a few men, some children.
Right.
They've been locked in this shipping container, so they're, human trafficking. The new third mate, right? They let her snoop around. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't give her bullshit
or just sit right here.
Any other thing, like sit on, keep an eye on her, like. So she discovers it. He runs. He's like, I'm gonna get you food and water, and then she's like, and she goes right to the captain. She's like, oh, I found, there were people in the container, and she immediately can tell something's wrong with the captain. Because he's like, yeah, we found people, go get the medical aid and follow protocol. So she runs off, and then she beats the shit out of the guy. She sets out an alarm to the Navy.
Yeah.
And then she gets shot. And this was another one that really bothered. Again, let's go, since we mentioned Die Hard already. Die Hard is ridiculous.
Right.
He walks through broken glass.
Right.
You're not recovering from that. She goes from being shot, she has a bullet in her. She is doing parkour across that ship. an hour.
Yeah, and this is
later.
even before he's given her any first aid.
Before he's given her any, like, and honestly, they could have had a ricochet, like it was a full-on blood, bullet in the shoulder. Like, make it a ricochet.
Yeah,
I'd be fine with it. And again,
just a flesh wound.
Right, I enjoy a movie, and I can give it a lot. Like, if you're going to go serious or you're not.
Yeah.
But these were things that were pulling me out of the movie. Right, his ridiculousness of just cutting through people. The human trafficking, so yeah, then they're gonna, I'm trying to follow it too, because like it didn't make a lot of sense. So like, let's be just brutal. They're not making that much money off of every load of illegal people that if they
wouldn't think so. I mean, because that was only about like 10.
It's like
right? It was only about something. They were smuggling like 10 people. Maybe it was 15.
You be draconian about it. Like the fallout from that is worse. So, what was I watching a thing about? Like, they made so much money from smuggling drugs that they would honestly abandon planes in Florida.
Yeah.
There's a swamp where there's a bunch of just abandoned planes because the planes were 10 million, but they were making 100 million from the drugs. Well, getting caught by the U.S. Navy with 20 human traffickers, like, you're dumping those people over the side, right? Like, they made a big deal. So the more you think about it, it's like, okay, these motivations don't exactly work because they made it a big deal. Pirates come to do the exchange.
What was that about? Is that what happens out in the middle of the ocean? A pirate ship comes up
and
then the
offload. Pirate doesn't trust them. And
then it was something about selecting one or something.
They wanted to, I think, promote that these guys are rapists. And again, it's like, okay, well, you're establishing that these guys are evil, and this is what I think Taylor Sheridan shows do really well. They set up a situation, and then you get the payoff of the bad guys, getting retribution. But vengeance would be a much better, because then you find out that his father was a cop. He didn't like the politics. His father died saving him, and
on a mission he went out of protocol and got in a bad situation, and his father had to come save him and wound up dying.
And that goes, and that's why I mentioned the Punisher. The Punisher was a popular comic book character. He was different than Batman and Spider-Man and Captain America. These are guys who believed in the rule of law, and Punisher was all about vengeance. There was a time when crime, it seemed like crime was, people were just getting away with crime. You had an expensive enough lawyer. It's the reality of it. And so you had the vigilante, right?
A vigilante,
we can't, as a law-abiding society, if the laws are followed, you don't want vigilantes. You don't want people who take justice into their wrong hands.
But at the same time, you hate seeing all these criminals go free, and so there's the whole
that's a longer discussion.
Vigilante fantasy. I'll call it. Vigilante
which
fantasy.
We could never have someone like the Punisher, and this I keep making that an illusion because even at the end, that's what he does. He finds this guy back, and he doesn't care about money. The guy's like, "What do you want? What do you want?" And I want vengeance.
After they kill literally here's another thing you want to talk about getting taken out of the movie. There's parts of it I'm like, what was this even about? What purpose did they serve? What purpose did the Navy serve?
The dialogue and the acting during that part was so bad.
Well, and I'm just still asking.
The Navy SEALs come there.
What purpose did the Navy even serve? By the time they showed up, everybody was already dead, and the only people that were left.
Oh, that's not Cole.
Yeah, and they're like, oh yeah,
we got a guy, but it's not Cole. Cole is KIL.
I guess they were in on it too. I guess the Navy was saying,
looking at our problem then.
But I'm just saying that we're led to believe that the Navy just looked the other way because they knew what was really up, right? And so there was like, wink, wink, we're going to let him get in the pirate ship and sail away. Like, you show up, you're the law enforcement officials. You show up on the boat, everybody's dead except the woman and the guy. And you're just going to let them go about their business. Oh, yeah, never mind.
Oh, he's taking the pirate ship.
Oh, yeah, by the way, the pirate ship's just going, oh, yeah, let's let him go. What the hell? I mean, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, it was.
Well, not to mention what purpose than other just plot padding did the Navy even serve here?
They didn't,
because they didn't do anything.
They didn't. They were in it so little.
Well,
you're expecting them to save the day. That would have been actually a better way.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
they literally are in the movie 30 seconds after he kills the captain.
Yeah, after everybody's dead.
And it's
after
like, there's people on board. They need medical attention. Bro, you need medical attention.
Yeah,
you had a knife.
You're still going around. Yeah,
stab wounds.
Oh yeah, and that was kind of funny.
She's got blood all over her.
Well, you mentioned the knife. You know, the captain and Jason get in a fight, and of course the captain stabs him, in the upper chest with the knife.
Pulls that
and
out.
He falls down. Blah 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 blah. And so then the captain comes after him. So then he pulls that knife out. He winds up stabbing the captain with it, and so it's in the captain's life. So they're passing this damn knife back and forth. Because
it would have been better as a parody, honestly.
It was laughable the way they were passing this knife back and forth.
Yeah.
It's in me now. Okay, I'll pull it out and use it to fight you, and so we'll just keep doing this back.
Even the payoff the son he sneaks back onto Bangkok, confronts the son, and the son's like, well, yeah, they were paying me a lot of money to smuggle stuff, and then they started threatening me, so I really didn't have a choice. It's give me the weak son, who never connected with his father and was jealous of him.
So what I'm saying, so the son really had no malicious intent here, right?
Seem like
this was all accidental, just because he got in over his head dealing with the pirates or whatever, right?
Yeah. That's what it seemed like.
And so he was like, okay, go about your business. You're going to have to live with the fact you caused your father to be killed.
Yeah.
And then he goes after whoever this other guy was that was the ringleader. So, and here's my problem. The guy that was still left behind as security at the mansion, the guy who was the ringleader and the son, they all look too similar to me. And so I could not, even up until the very end, I didn't know who I was looking at and what their role was. Well, am I wrong?
You're not totally wrong. I could tell at least, you're right about the security. It just, that...
I was like, which one of these guys is...
The plot wasn't...
I couldn't keep straight which one was the son and which one... I didn't know.
Again...
They could have made them distinctly different looking, and it was like
parts of this movie were, again. So growing up, loved the Bruce Lee karate movies. Like, oh my God, they were so amazing.
Well,
I watched them again, and they're like, oh my God, the dialogue. What was great is I was, elementary school age, and the kung fu was amazing, but the dialogue and the story were all terrible. And that's where this movie...
Well, and here's the thing. We talked about the Navy served no purpose. What role did the woman serve?
To look pretty. I don't know.
Was she just... Well, you hate to say that, but was she window dressing for the movie? Or, what? Because otherwise it would have just been a testosterone blood fest, which isn't unusual for a movie. Those movies work. So I'm really at a loss for what this character.
She was a single mom. They don't even end up with a kiss.
Yeah,
right. But there was no.
But there was no pivotal role that couldn't have been handled.
Maybe the director didn't like that one guy that she kept beating up.
I just.
He gets beat up by her like 3 times.
But again,
and then killed.
Well, quite frankly, she's the one that causes the big problem, right? Because she finds out that the stowaways are on board. And
he was going to handle that situation.
Yeah, he was going to handle it on the down low.
Yeah.
And he was going to be in stealth mode. And then she comes and blows the whole thing up by saying, "Oh, hey, by the way, we're human trafficking, Captain. Did you know you're human trafficking on this boat?" And so, it was stupid. And again, all of that could have unfolded without her being part of the plot. And so I was at a loss for why is she here? Why is the Navy here? Other than they just threw him in. Did this actress have some kind of contract that she was working off or something? Because I really don't understand. So it wasn't just a straight.
Even as a love interest, it didn't pay. You didn't have that payoff at all.
It was,
No, because they went about their own
No,
ways
no,
or
it was,
whatever.
go to your daughter. Go home to your
daughter. Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of holes, a lot of inconsistencies. But like I said, you're not going to this movie for that.
No.
And so for what you go to this movie for, if you want to see the fight scenes, the blood and guts, there's quite a few good ones there. You know, the harpoon scene. Where
The final, yeah, that was
where
a good.
he shoots the captain with a harpoon. What do you call those hooks?
From the fishing hooks or whatever.
And that first guy that he fights downstairs, where he takes the master lock,
Yeah.
and takes it and hooks the lock in the guy's cheek.
Yeah, and tears it.
Yeah, and then he shoots it. No, then he stabs a knife through it. This guy
he kicks the knife through his head.
Yeah.
Because they're blocking each other, but he doesn't.
So if you want to see, if you like that kind of violence, video game violence, I guess, kind of is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Video game violence. This is the movie for you. But if you're looking for something that has
don't think too much about the story because there's a lot of holes.
A well thought out story. This is not that movie. This is not that movie.
All right. That's
Anything
all I think
else?
we got. No.
All right.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's call
Thanks.
it. Take care, everybody.